Hello, everybody. Good morning. Morning, beautiful souls, beautiful empaths, thrivers, survivors, warriors, each and everyone around the world. It's your boy, Denzimos again, and pleased to have you guys on board. I'm back again with another video today, which is going to be, the subject is going to be unmasking a narcissist, unmasking a covert narcissist. Now, guys, you don't want to miss this. Once again, you're welcome back. If you've been with me all along, very welcome back to my page. And if you're new, please take a moment, like, share, and subscribe. And as you pop in the video, make sure to tap the notification button, because I'm here Monday to Friday and I drop in videos each and every single day concerning so many different things. But today we're talking about unmasking a covert narcissist. So if you've been with a narcissist, you've realized that it's very hard to know exactly who you're dealing with. It's very hard to know because it's so many people. Actually, there are people who have been in those relationships even for years, like 10, 20 years even. And they have never, ever managed to identify actually their partners, that they're actually being abused. So they have never actually been able to put a finger on what they're dealing with. But in this video, I'm going to unmask. If you've probably been doubting, or maybe probably you've clicked on this video because you're starting to doubt the person you're dealing with, you're starting to have questions. So you're starting to dig for research, you're starting to look for things, to look for information, to look for research. And you're trying to put a finger somewhere. So in this video, I'm going to unmask a covert narcissist. Now guys, take a look at this picture. Now, the picture we've seen right there, a narcissist, a covert narcissist, is usually hiding behind a mask. The picture you've just seen right now is the very first image you're going to see in the very first stages of the relationship. So if it's like that stage, well, there's a stage what they call the love bombing phase. So most of the time, the love bombing phase, the narcissists have a tendency of putting on a lot of show. They will put a mask. They will put a lot of makeup. They will try to make themselves look very pretty and all this and that. So, but the whole thing is that they're trying to put a mask that is actually going to lead them into a relationship, because they need that mask to be able to dive into a relationship with somebody. So it is like a false mask. So whatever you will see in front of you, and guys, first of all, even before I continue, it is much more easier to understand this narcissism and covert narcissism on a psychological level. So we're not looking at things on the physical level. It's not the things you see in front of your face. It is much more to do with the psychological part of it, the behind part of it that you don't see. And that's why now I'm helping you psychologically to unmask a covert narcissist. So the mask, the face you've just seen, the picture you've just seen, the person will appear to you, that individual will appear to you as very authentic. They will be very beautiful, very pretty, very handsome. They will have the best makeup. But most of the time, it is for them very vital to appear in that image to make them look presentable and to make them look authentic. Because if they come in front of you and they show you exactly who they are from the beginning, definitely you're not going to date them. You will know that something is definitely wrong and you're not going to accept that relationship. So, but then they need that kind of falsified image in the beginning, in the love bombing phase specifically, to be able to dive into, to be able to entice a person into a relationship with them. Now, when you dig into the relationship with them, you're going to start seeing different personalities. So you're going to be, you'll be looking at an individual, and one day you see somebody different. When you're outside on the streets, you see somebody different. When you come back at home, you see somebody different. So you're going to start getting confused with these images of the personality, the person you're dealing with. The personalities is going to start confusing you. So The second mask you're going to see psychologically, the second mask you're going to see, take a look at this picture. Now, you're going to see a very angry, aggressive, obsessive. You're going to see somebody who is even going to start making you doubt that actually did you even jump into the right relationship for some reason. I mean, you will straight away start to question, because a narcissist by default, they do not have the ability to put on a special personality, to wear a special mask or a special person, to display a special character of themselves for a long period of time. So from time to time, their personalities will be skipping from one to another. So today you'll see somebody else, another day you'll see somebody else. Now the mask you've just seen now is going to be the rage mask, whereby you're going to see a narcissist full rage. This is after they have got you, so you are into them now, you started to date them. Then that's when the mask is going to start sleeping. You know, sometimes they wake up in the morning and they've already forgotten the mask they were wearing yesterday. So they are going to automatically show another image to you. So the rage is one of the masks you're going to see. You're going to see somebody who is very, very, very aggressive and very angry. Sometimes even without doing nothing, you just get up in the morning. You have not done nothing wrong. You have not argued. You didn't fight. Everything was okay. And all of a sudden your partner is going to start screaming, sometimes even beating you up, and sometimes even, they will be shouting and raging for whatever reason it is. And then at the end of the day, they are going to remember. They remember that, oh, actually, so I need to, I need to reschedule. I need to get my mask back. The usual mask they put on when they are getting out there to the people, when they're getting out to the public. So then that's they remember that, oh, okay, actually, I need to, this is not me, so I need to put the other mask. So they will change automatically to the version you've been used to in the beginning. So that rage, you're going to see it. You're going to see the rage. The rage will be in so many ways. Sometimes if you're dealing with a psychopath, they will beat you up. Sometimes you didn't do nothing wrong. Maybe you just cooked a meal for them and they'll just complain about something. Maybe there was more salt to the food. Maybe there was more sugar to the tea. Maybe there was always something to complain with the narcissist. So there will always be a reason for them to fight. Sometimes even you get up in the morning without even saying nothing. The first thing they will start with you is to fight with you, because they are very, very hungry for some sort of a supply. They need supply. For them, they have got to start some sort of an argument, because the arguments give them some sort of a supply. So you're going to see the rage. The second mask I've just shown you. You're going to see the rage. It is going to be shocking for you. Sometimes you'll be thinking that, wow, I've seen the person yesterday or the last month. It was completely different. He or she was completely different. And now, as it turns out, it also happens to be another person altogether. Then when they notice that actually they have done that maybe by accident, or the mask has just slipped by accident, so they'll put on a new one now to make you convinced that, okay, so sorry about that, it was like this. So they'll put another mask that you want to see, or the outside people want to see. So you're going to see the rage, that mask as well, you're going to see it. And then, as you get deeper into the relationship, as you get deeper and deeper, you continue dating, you start getting deeper into the relationship, you're going to see something else. Take a look at this. Now, this is very strange, because it is actually scary to date somebody with many different personalities. Now, the mask you've just seen, it is the mask they put on when they're looking for sympathy. Now, you'll find them, it will be very confusing, because most of the time, when you start to dig into their character, their personality, you will start to realize that something is wrong. And sometimes you're going to react, because for you probably, you're a new guy, you're just an empath. Because definitely most likely you're an empath, because most of the times narcissists, They're very much into empaths. They're people with they like people with very good hearts, and people who are sympathetic, because they know that they cannot handle a normal relationship. So what they have to do is to manipulate their way, to maneuver their way through a normal relationship, by ways of manipulation. So the mask you've just seen now, it is going to be whereby you're starting to see the red flags somewhere deep into the relationship. You're starting to see now the red flags, and you're starting to question. Actually, you're starting to have the think that, wow, this is I don't understand this. What have you done? I mean, what is so many things so many things they are doing, they are not adding up. You're starting to add the puzzles. You see something, you think, okay, so this is strange. You see something else, that is strange. You see something else, that is strange. So the things are going to start adding up. Now, when you react, or maybe let's say when you approach or confront them, that is when they are going to now start to pretend that, oh, I'm this, me and my mother, when I was young, my father was aggressive, he used to beat me up, he used to do this. So that's when now the stories are going to start coming up, because they are going to try to make you feel sorry for them by way of manipulation. So they are going to try to tell you some very, very sad stories about their life. They will tell you, oh, maybe there was a credit, sometime I lost my mansion, I lost my house, or I lost my car, or maybe I had an accident, or maybe I lost my family. So they are going to try to make a story. And in that case, sometimes they will even be shedding tears. So you're going to see somebody as well who is also happening to be crying. Now, this is very confusing, because somebody has been raging with you. Maybe probably they even beat you up. For some reason, they have beat you up, they have been fighting with you, they have beat you up. Or maybe they have just argued with you and struggling and complaining or something like that. And then when you notice that actually something is wrong, and you try to confront them, and you try to approach them about some of their actions, because most of those actions you're going to see them within 2 to 3 months. So when you start to confront them about what they have done, that's when you're going to see them crying now. They are very good crying, but it's not because they are it's not because they are crying because these people they don't have empathy. Narcissists by default, they don't have empathy. So and a person without empathy simply doesn't have feelings, so they cannot cry. They do not know how to. They know how to cry. That fake crying, there's a fake crying what they put on just to show the people, to make the people, to get public sympathy from people. But a genuine crying from the heart, that one you will not see, because it does not exist with a narcissist. It is not possible. It is not, by default, it is not possible. So you will see them crying. They will cry over so many things. They might cry over they may cry over something you've said. They may cry over something something you said, or something you did, or something happened to them outside. But usually you have to be very, very careful, because usually after crying, when you see a narcissist crying, when they tell you that they are crying, most of the time they are not crying. So is most of the time, actually they are called crocodile tears. They know how to put on those false crocodile tears. So you will think that actually they are hurting. You will feel that they are hurting, but guys, a narcissist cannot hurt. A narcissist cannot hurt because they do not know how to hurt. A narcissist just has got something what they call a narcissistic injury. So an injury occurs when you do something to a narcissist that does not comply with their routine or with their agreement. Because for them, they are very possessive, and for them it's about power. A narcissist, everything for them is about power and control. So when they feel like they are losing control over you, when they feel like you're starting to stand your ground, you're starting to take your power, you're starting to question, to ask the questions, to make the assertions. So that's when they realize that actually they're losing the grip, and that's when the masks are going to start falling off. So sometimes you're going to see rage, another time you're going to see them crying. So but those are crocodile tears, and either way, it is not from the bottom of their heart. They are just crying to put on a show. They're just trying to put on a show so that they can grab public sympathy. Now, guys, take a look at this mask. Take a look at the last picture. Now, it is going to get more confusing when you realize that actually those people, they are doing things that are very similar to a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? You'll be very surprised that actually a narcissist will do something that you've seen probably your daughter or your son doing. Somebody of a mature age will be doing the same thing that is equatable to a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old or a 10-year-old. So you will notice that actually the person you're dating happens to have some personality which is very similar to a child. So you're going to see that. Why is it like that? Because a narcissist, in their small minds, they don't have, they cannot judge things correctly. They do not know how to perceive things the way we perceive them. So some of the times, you will see a big man, a big guy, or a big woman, or a mature person doing things similar to a kid, something, and they will not even think, what am I doing? Is this thing? For example, I can give a clear example. During triangulations, a narcissist can triangulate you, and they will leave you at home. They will sneak out, go sleep somewhere outside. A narcissist can even leave you in the bed, sleeping, and they will just leave the house maybe 1 or 2 hours, and they will go somewhere, have sex with somebody, and come back and like nothing has not happened before. Nothing hasn't happened. And even then, when they are discarding you, sometimes when you have the discard, when you're that process, when you are facing the discard phase, you're going to realize that a narcissist, they have the ability, capacity, I don't know how they do it. They can bring a new partner. They can go get somebody outside. It does not matter if they just met the person yesterday or they met him the next day, the last day. And they will bring someone in the bed you've been sleeping with them. That is after they've discarded you. So they will go outside and bring somebody in your bed that you've been sleeping together for the last couple of years as married, as partners. They will bring a new partner in your bed. They will serve them food on the same plate with the same cups down. The person will be sitting in your sofas. In 2 days, 1 or 2 days, sometimes even it can take, even on the same day, sometimes they will discard you. That same day, somebody will be in the house. That is something which is, it is completely insane, because you will think this is something that even a kid cannot do. Sometimes even a small kid will know that, okay, so if I do something like this, what are the people going to think about me? What is my neighbors going to say? What is my family going to think about me? So you will be having some of those images running through your brain that, okay, so I don't need to do this because it's not going to look nice. But those things, those people, they don't care. They do not care. They will do something and they will feel that they don't need even to justify their actions, because they know that whatever they're doing is right, because they have all their life grown up and portrayed the image to themselves that they are perfect. Everything they do that is the way it's supposed to be done. That's the way things are supposed to be done. So they have always confused their minds to believe that whatever they are doing is the way things are supposed to be done. And most of the time, even if they are doing things that are related or similar to a 6 or 7-year-old kid, they will not know that actually those things, it doesn't look good from the outside. They will just do it anyway, because they just need supply. They need supply. It does not matter what they need. It does not matter what it is. Where is it coming from? If it's supply, it is supply. And they will do things sometimes even in front of your kids. They will do things sometimes in front of your kids. The most humiliating acts you've ever seen, you've ever known in your life. You will see it with a narcissist. So guys, those were the 4 masks I've shown you. You will see a lot of personalities with these people. You will see them with a good mask that they need to portray when they're outside in the public. You will see the rage, that very, very deep rage, that mask of anger, the mask of anger whereby somebody will think that you you will have that shock in your heart that this is not the person I fell in love with. You will see somebody completely different. Then at the same time, you're going to see another personality, which is looking for sympathy. They are trying to cry, they are pretending they are crying, they are in sorrow, they are hurting, and this and that. And then finally, you'll also see them do something which is very, very similar to a young kid, something that even a kid, sometimes even a kid will think twice before doing that. A narcissist will do it anyway. So guys, other than that, it's been my presentation for today. It's been a real nice pleasure to have you guys on board. I wish you a lovely weekend and see you in my next video. Denzel signing out. Peace out.